Absolute power has finally begun. The amazing once-in-a-lifetime event that is for sure going to restructure the whole of the DC universe. And as promised, I am here to give you guys every single piece of information you need to know to keep up with this event. Now, let's dive into how Wonder Woman and her team of magic users were captured and drained by the Amazo. The events of this issue takes place at the exact same time of the events in the Absolute Power comic. Wonder Woman assembled a team of heroes to watch over them and protect them because right now, the heroes were being slandered. They were shown all over everyone's screen as mindless murderers, and this was wrong. And so, Wonder Woman, Constantine, Madame Xanadu, Billy, the Spectre, Bobo the Monkey, and Mary were playing a game when Constantine decided he wanted to get a smoke. He was stretched out. This was an eventful period. He wasn't a murderer. I mean, he was, but not like this. Diana advised against it. They were supposed to be in this room. They were supposed to be kept safe. And she was right because something was coming for them. Constantine couldn't react on time, but Diana could. She tried to warn him, but it was too late. The Amazo was here. Grabbing a hold of Constantine, he whispered some words. Nobody could comprehend it, but that wasn't important. What stood in front of him was an army of the world's greatest detective. Three freaking gods. The spirit of God's vengeance itself, the Spectre, and a phenomenal, fantastic sorceress. Now, usually, after seeing this team, anyone should be scared, but the Amazo was prepared. With one touch, it took John Constantine's magic. Billy, Captain Marvel, tried to stop this, but it was too late. As soon as he attacked, the Amazo whipped out his hand and forcefully teleported him from Washington, D.C. straight to Paris, France, forcing him to crash into the Eiffel Tower. Now, with the speed of the gods, he was able to come back as soon as possible, but he crashed into the Eiffel Tower, so he had to fix that. But would he make it back in time? That is yet to be seen because Mary was going for the kill. But she wasn't fast enough. The spirit of vengeance blasted him away. Now again, usually that would be enough to kill anybody. But this was not just anybody. Madame Xanadu quickly realizing that this android smells of the devil. And that is a hint of Constantine's magic. Wonder Woman, realizing what that meant, tried to call to her team, tried to tell the Spectra, do not touch him. But it was already too late. The android was quick. Laying hands of the spirit of God's vengeance, he absorbed power, straight raw power. And Mary was about to feed him some more, but she struck him, and she was going to deliver more blows, but Wonder Woman was quick to stop her. Wait, he is taking your energy. We need to be careful or he will sap us all. The android simply watched, still murmuring what nobody could comprehend, but Bobo was trying to piece it together, realizing it was Dickens. And just like that, the android got locked in. Using the magic he just stole, he reached for Madame Xanadu and grabbed onto her, sapping her magic too. Now he had power. Wonder Woman, finally realizing she couldn't strike him with her fist, tried to use her tiara to launch an attack, telling Mary to carry Bobo away. She tossed it with all of her strength, and she connected with the android, quickly using the Lasso of Truth to bind its feet, grabbing it into the air and slamming it into the ground. She thought the android defeated, but she must have forgotten he had Constantine's magic. He had access to hellfire. Setting Wonder Woman ablaze, she actually felt pain. Whipping out the magic of Madame Xanadu, he summoned Captain Marvel and Bobo the Chimp. No escape. He took Captain Marvel's powers. Before he could take everything, Billy came through with the save, apologizing for being late, but he had to cross the Atlantic to get here. Wonder Woman was burning, so she couldn't tell Billy not to make contact, but it was too late. The android already touched him. He sapped Billy's powers, erasing Captain Marvel from existence. She told Mary to run because the android wasn't done feeding, going straight for Bobo and taking every single ounce of his magic, turning him back into a regular chimp. Diana called to the android saying, "Take me." And the android obliged because she was part God. He took everything, and with that, he transformed golden. Yes, this is power. Bobo, now a regular chimp, thought he could still help. He thought he could stop this, but it was no use. This android was part God now. The game was on. Wonder Woman was going through it, but Clark, he was a child, casting magical spells for his parents' entertainment. till he noticed a sharp pain in his chest. Then he realized he was no longer a child. No, he was even a father now, and he was shot. Mr. Terrific was trying his best to save Superman with the kryptonite blade. He was going through it. He was remembering Amanda Waller screwed up the world, made androids that had the powers of the heroes, forcing once proud superheroes to scurry on the streets like rats, taking magic from wizards. Zatanna was cornered, and as soon as they saw her face, they realized who she was, and they tried to arrest her, but that would never be possible. She was a hero, not just with magic, but with her training. She was a member of the Justice League. She could handle herself in a fight. But the thing is, the heroes were not supposed to win this one, because even after she took them down, more still came. But thankfully, Mercy was here to save her. Stretching out her hands, she helped her into the ship, and they both went flying. Zatanna was curious as to where they were going, but Mercy just showed her the Fortress of Solitude was the only safe place left for the heroes, and the heroes needed somewhere safe, because they were even infighting. Some heroes couldn't even trust their robotic teammates. People were actually looking at Red Tornado and saying, "Are you one of them?" Bruh, he has a cybernetic brain. He is his own person. But Superman didn't have time for this. He was pissed off. Calm down. And everybody understood, because he was looking for his son, looking to Mercy, but she just apologized that she couldn't save him. She was sorry, and Superman embraced her, telling her it's not her fault. This is the fault of Amanda Waller. We have to find a way to fight back. And then Zatanna spoke up because she had an idea that would help them greatly, informing all the heroes here about the Dark Roads. Magical road that is accessible to everyone, including if you don't have magic. But the thing is, she was going to need Superman's help if she was going to find the road, because this was a dark path and Superman had just come back from death. So Superman said, of course, meet me in the meeting room with Bruce and Diana. For now, I have a mission for Mercy, because I need her to find someone for me. And we see exactly who he was looking for, because right outside, in Metropolis, at his own headquarters, we see Lex Luthor, his daughter, and Jimmy Olsen and his girlfriend. They were scurrying like rats. Obviously, they were on the wanted list, and they were looking for a way to send a message, coming here to find safe haven. But the thing is, Amanda Waller was prepared. They knew someone was going to break into this place, and so she deployed the Peacemakers. These guys were no joke, especially because Lex Luthor was part of the most wanted people in the world. Apprehend him at all cost. Jimmy Olsen tried. He wanted to protect his girl. She didn't have her abilities anymore, but the Peacemakers don't play. They will shoot first to protect the peace. But before their bullets could go flying, all their guns went zap out of their hands. Someone was here, someone powerful, and we see exactly who that someone is. Lois Lane in a Superman armor built by Lex Luthor. She was here to kick ass.